Welcome to the Walking Dead Character Ranking, Season 5 edition.
Here's Johnny.
Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! This is God.
I don't really think I have to reiterate anything about these rankings. I mean, we're on Season 5. If you didn't watch the first 4 episodes, you're not going to watch this one, so why would I need to re-explain everything to you? But I will reiterate, no Judith Grimes until she can talk. So Season 5, still no Judith. But, let's get right into this, because this is the biggest ranking we have done of the characters so far. We're going to try to talk quickly about each character, move on. Let's go. Number 28. Yes, 28 this time. Jesus Christ. It's because they joined a new freaking place. Pete Anderson. Another person who beats their wife in The Walking Dead. Yeah, I'm not ranking them high. I'm not. they're gonna get last place. If there's any more, last every time. Number 27, I have Nicholas. I hate Nicholas. You know why. You know why I hate him. I'm not going to reiterate it. Everybody hates him. He got Noah killed. Like, yeah, I feel like that's a legitimate reason to put him this low. Number 26, I have Spencer Monroe. Now, I did include him on this list, even though he gets slim to nothing to do. He's just the brother to Aiden Monroe, and the daughter to Deanna Monroe and Reg. Like, he's just kind of there, and he does some stuff, but he doesn't do enough. Number 25, I have Reg Monroe, because, I mean, you see his character. He built the walls around Alexandria, and obviously he's Deanna's husband, but otherwise, you get to see him talk with Maggie and with Noah, but otherwise, like, he doesn't do anything. Number 23, I have Aiden Monroe. Again, doesn't do very much. You get to see him, like, be selfish and reckless and shoot the grenade and get himself impaled and eaten by the walkers. But he does kind of have a heroic moment where he lets them leave him behind, but, like, I guess it's not really. 22, I have Dawn Lerner. I don't really remember much about this character. I was trying to think of something to say. I don't really remember her. She's in 2 episodes, I think, and she's like just a villain ? And yeah, I don't know. Number 21, I have Gareth. I didn't include any of the other Terminus cannibals, just Gareth, because he's the leader and he's pretty much the only one that actually does anything and that we actually know his name. So, he is going to be number 21. He's not a super strong villain in either sense of the word, but he's a passable villain for the first half of the season. I mean, he's not the best, but he's fine. He's menacing. Yeah, he's definitely terrifying, especially when they eat Bob's leg. That scene. Wow. And number 20, we have Deanna Monroe. Not enough to do to put her super high, but enough to do to put her this high. She's the leader of this new place called Alexandria. She's trying to figure out whether or not they should trust this new group because they haven't taken in new people in a while, and her passing over the leadership to Rick and all that, and her relationship with Reg and Maggie and Gabriel, all that. She is a good enough character to get top 20, but she doesn't do enough, and she's only in like the last 3 episodes of the season, so I can't really put her super high. Number 19, I have Gabriel Stokes. he's fine as a character up until you learn that he's betraying the Rick's group, and he tells them, Deanna, that you can't trust him. Up until then, he's just a fine character, and then you hate him because he's trying to get Rick's group kicked out. So, number 18, I have Aaron. He's the first person from Alexandria that we meet. There's a fly on my freaking camera. He's the first person from Alexandria that we meet. He's trying to recruit them. He's likable enough then. He remains likable throughout the rest of the season. But, you know, he's likable enough, obviously. I have him at 18, but not anything special. Number 17, I have Sasha Williams. She does some things in this season that really piss me off, but she also still an alright character. She's down there this low because, I mean, after Bob dies, she freaks out and won't listen to anybody, so that's really the reason I have her this low. Because she's not even, like, listening to reason, like, reasonable explanations and stuff that she should be doing, and she just doesn't care and doesn't listen to anybody. So that's why she's a little bit lower. Number 16, I have Rosita Espinoza. I think that's her last name. Please don't get mad at me if that's wrong. Rosita, a little bit better than she was in the previous season, because in the previous season, she is a nothing character. She just kind of is there. Obviously, she's went up a little bit. She's number 16, so, you know, pretty good. But otherwise, again, she doesn't really do much in this season either. She's just kind of exists. She has a little bit more to do, I guess. I can confirm she does have lines in this season, and you get to see her relationship with Abraham grow. But otherwise, again, they didn't do enough with her character in the first couple. Why won't this fly leave me alone? They didn't do enough with her character in the first couple seasons she's in, but she'll be a good character soon, don't worry. Number 15, I have Jesse Anderson. You know, she's only in, like, the last 3 or 4 episodes. I don't remember how long they're at Alexandria for in this season. But she's only in those episodes, and she's fine. You get to see her relationship with Rick. And would this fly leave? Oh my god. Get to see her relationship with Rick, and then you learn that she's getting abused. Doesn't get any easier to talk about that. And then, yeah, you see her love with Rick, and the love for her sons. And I think she's a overall pretty good character introduced in this season. Not one of the best, but probably the best new character introduced. Oh, second best new character introduced, sorry. Number 14, I have Tara Chambler. A little bit more character stuff for her in this, but I feel like sometimes in this show, especially in season 5 and 6, they kind of forget about her, and she just kind of turns into the side character that's a part of the main group, because she doesn't get a lot to do in these first few seasons she's in, but she'll get up there a little bit. But she is number 14 now, so she definitely has room to go up. She also has room to go down, so hopefully she doesn't ruin the character in the seasons that I haven't seen. Number 13, I have Eugene Porter. You learn in this season that Eugene lied about the cure. I think that's this season at least. And it doesn't go well. Doesn't go well, to say the least. He gets beat up by Abraham, and he's knocked out for an entire episode, so we lose a whole episode of stuff for Eugene to do. But not that he does much, because even in, like, the last 3 episodes at Alexandria, I don't even know if we see him the whole time. Number 12, I have Noah. I learned that Noah actually is not in the comics. That's pretty fun. I actually know that now. I've never read the comics, but I know he's not in it. And you think that he's going to be a main character, because he's really good, he's really likable, really selfless, and he's willing, and when he tells Reg that he wants to help rebuild, or build the walls out, and help around the community, you think, oh my god, this guy's going to be a new main character. Oh my god, Nicholas, you are last place. Number 11, I have Beth Green. This one's frustrating. This one's really frustrating. Yeah, I never really liked all that stuff that happens at the hospital. It kind of sucks a little bit. The really frustrating part is, Beth, what the hell did you think was gonna happen? Her death was sad, but now I'm just realizing, like, you know what was gonna happen? Like, sure, you stabbed her in a non-lethal spot. Someone's not gonna react really well to getting stabbed. I understand Beth wasn't trying to kill her, so she just stabbed her in the shoulder, but, like, you still stabbed someone? I mean, I've never been stabbed personally, but I've heard that, it's not a pleasurable experience getting stabbed, so the person holding a loaded gun is probably not the person you want to stab. Especially if you're not going for a kill shot. Because she went for a kill shot, and Beth exit the season prematurely. Sure, Dawn dies right after it, but, like, what was gonna happen? Like, what really did you expect was gonna happen? Number 10, I have Bob Stuckey. As I said last season, he will go up significantly, and he secured himself a top 10 spot in his second season and his last season. Because his death, it's super sad, especially when you get to see Sasha's reaction and how it affects her, and the terrifying death where he gets his leg eaten in front of him. But, yeah. But otherwise, great character. Number 9, I have Tyrese Williams. I really wanted to give him a top 10 spot because I really liked his character. And unfortunately, he does die in this season. A lot of big characters biting in this one, but Tyrese is, I think, the saddest of the deaths. Especially because he didn't bring it upon himself. Beth. He's just around at Noah's childhood home and gets bit in the arm, and they do actually successfully cut off his arm, but he bleeds out on the way back, so which makes it extra sad. Otherwise, he's a great character. He has a great relationship with Sasha, one of the best brother-sister sibling relationships on this show. Carl Grimes is my number 8. Alright, I guess. Again, Carl, for, like, the first 4 or 5 seasons, he's not doing much. He's just kind of the kid in the group. I mean, you get to see him, like, he wants to help out, and he tries to help out, and now I'd say he's, like, in Season 4, he proved he was competent, and now in Season 5, he's definitely competent, and you get kind of, like, that subplot with him and Ron and Enid. I didn't include Enid or Ron because I didn't think they had enough to do in this season to actually even be included on the list. But yeah, Carl gets a little bit to do, but not enough to put him super high, just like top 10. Number 7, I have Abraham Ford. Yes, he's already this high. He's already been in the top 10 twice, and he's only been in 2 seasons so far. He's a very great character. You see his kind of like backstory through flashbacks and how when he freaks out on Eugene, you get to see more of his relationship with Rosita and how he's trying to help out around the place. Number 6, remember what I said about Michonne getting more and more character each season? Yep, she keeps climbing. Actually, I think she actually went down. She might have went down. But that's fine. Michonne is a better character in Season 6 than she was in Season 4. I think Michonne just gets better every season, honestly. She's now has a better relationship with Rick and Carl, and you see her wanting to help out, but she's conflicted whether to take Rick or Deanna's side. That's all great. Again, great relationship with Carl, mainly Carl, but also a great relationship with Rick. Michonne is a great character, and she is no longer just a badass. She is a badass with heart. Number 5, finally getting up here, Carol. Because she is no longer a helpless victim. She kind of proved that in Season 4, but Season 5, you really learn. She is not just helpless anymore. Carol is a badass. And that is no more apparent than in the first episode of the show when she blows up a bunch of walkers and the Terminus building and allows for everybody to escape. That was all Carol. Number 4. I'm not sure if this is the lowest he's... I'm gonna kill this fly. Or, I'm not sure if this is the lowest he's been. I think he might have been lower in Season 1, but I have Daryl Dixon. My previous number 1 from Season 4 has dropped down to number 4 in Season 5. Just because doesn't get as much to do in this one. He's kind of sidelined for most of the episodes. You really just get to see him and Aaron. That's really all he gets to do, besides kill Dawn in the hospital. Like, he doesn't get as much to do in this one, but still great character. Obviously, he's top 5. I shouldn't talk so bad about him. He does great in this season as well. His relationship with Aaron and how he wants to go out and find more people. I mean, he has one of the freaking coolest scenes ever in this show when he whips off 3 walkers' head with the chain. Like, I don't know if that's in this season or in the next season, but damn. Number 3, I have Glenn Rhee. Now, this is the season where he has to deal with Nicholas. Glenn should have killed him, but Glenn is such a good person that he won't kill Nicholas, even though Nicholas has tried to kill him and did kill Noah because he's such a little coward. That's what I said. But otherwise, Glenn, you know he's a great character. I don't really need to explain why he's so high. Number 2. Really disappointing, because I really wanted to put this character at number 1, but I gotta stick her at 2 for now. That's Maggie Rhee. She has become one of my favorite characters on this show. At least top 3. And this season, she does great. She proves that she is competent. And that is when Abraham freaks out on Eugene, and like she has to deal with Eugene and Abraham. So that is one of my favorite parts of this season, period. Is where she's like going around, she puts the shade tent over Eugene, and then she goes and she snaps Abraham out of his trance that he's in. Oh, I am going to murder this. Anyways, and then yeah, she snaps Abraham out of the trance, and there's more. Let's just move on to number 1 before I do something I might regret. Coming in at number 1, reclaiming his title as The Walking Dead, number 1, Rick Grimes. After a brief season where he wasn't number 1 for me, he jumps right back up. Because especially all that stuff that goes down at Alexandria with him secures himself the number 1 spot. His relationship with Jesse, his fight with Pete, his relationship with Deanna. There is a 3rd fly. Oh my god. Number 1, Rick Grimes. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to go down and hit like, so if you want to see more videos like it, go down and hit subscribe and the bell so you can be notified when I post brand new videos and the rest of this series. If you want to see the previous videos in this series, I made a playlist and I'll link to it down in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, you thought I was going to throw it. Yoink.